This video is a deep dive on Miami-Dade housing market numbers. Now, keep in mind, these are the most recent numbers, but they're also from December of last year. So obviously we're at the end of January. These numbers have definitely changed, but these are the most recent numbers that we have. And truthfully, I have never shared anything about Dade County, about Miami. And part of that is self-serving in that I don't service those areas. Those are not areas that I typically cover. However, I think it's very important information. There's been tremendous demand from the viewer, you who are interested in different areas that happen to be in markets that I don't service. And shame on me for being so short-sighted. So I'm going to share all that information now. This is going to be a deep data dive into housing market numbers so that you know what they are if you happen to be shopping in Miami-Dade. Now, I will break down other sections too. So I will cover Orlando. I will cover Cape Coral. I will cover lots of different areas in Florida very soon. But for today, this is a deep dive into Miami-Dade housing market stats. So I hope you enjoy. If you find this content valuable, then please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. If you've got any questions or concerns, you can obviously leave a comment, reach out to me directly. We are always happy to help. But without any further ado, I'm going to go into those numbers right now. So bear with me here. I'm not editing this. This is a one and done. And for those of you who have commented on my makeshift YouTube studio, just know that I'm in the process of actually upgrading, not this room, but my actual home office to be more accommodating for this type of content and be a little bit better. So let's go to the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. We can talk about lots of different things, but the one thing that is not debatable is what the numbers are. But again, bear in mind, this is from December of 2022. So let's see here. How do we do this? Boom. All right. So monthly market detail, December 2022, single family homes, Miami-Dade County. And as you can see on the map, Miami-Dade County is this section right here. Anything past this is Monroe County. That's the Keys. All right. So December 2022, closed sales down 45%. Median sales price up 1.1%. The average sales price, which I think is the better number, is down almost 35%. Now, December of 2021, obviously, was one of the high water marks, but look at that massive price correction, down almost 35%. Median percent of original list price received, down 3.5%, 95.2%. Time to contract, 35 days. Time to sale, 77 days. So both of these metrics are upticking, which if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I've been talking about. The demand is not there the same way that it once was, which does not mean that there are not buyers out there shopping, because there are certainly markets within the market where demand is extremely high. There are certain markets within my market, which is new construction in West Del Rey, West Boca Raton, where there just simply is insane demand. And recently we were working with a relocation buyer from California. They found a quick delivery home from GL Homes. It was priced aggressively at $1.6 million. It sold instantly. And they wanted the night to think about it. By the time they had thought about it, the house was under contract. So in certain markets, the demand is going to be extremely high. In other markets, not the same case. And you must know what the temperature of the market is where you're shopping so that you can negotiate the right way. Obviously, we want to get you the best deal humanly possible. But if you are not reality-based, based on the temperature of the market that you're shopping in, then you're just really wasting a whole lot of time. All right, new pending sales down 40%, new listings down 20%, pending inventory down 48%, active listings up almost 58%, and the month's supply has jumped year over year by 100%. 4 months of supply of inventory is a neutral, trending to a buyer's market. And again, as I just mentioned, depending on which market you're shopping in, that number is going to be different. Closed sales, December 2022, versus 2021, down 45%. Big number. Less closings. Cash sales down 48%, 190 in December of 2022. Cash sales as a percentage of closed sales, because that's a question a lot of people ask. How many people are buying cash these days? Well, that number is down 6% in December, 25.5% of closed sales paid in cash. We go on to median sales price. It was up 1.1%. Now, a lot of people have asked me, what do I think what do I think the market's going to look like in my market? And I've talked a lot about my market, I believe, and I'm talking about South Palm Beach County, I believe is more insulated than other places. And that's due to scarcity of land. It's due to affluent homeowners. It's due to a lot of different variables. But at the end of the day, I expect that we will likely see single-digit growth as we continue into 2023, and maybe even further than that, right? I don't really see an overall trend of market depreciation. I'm talking overall trend. There will absolutely be outliers. There will absolutely be different markets within the market that trade differently. There will be distressed sales, and there are tons of overpriced listings that are going to get their teeth kicked in and have to deal with the reality of what the market is, which is what a buyer will pay. But overall, I expect that it will be single-digit growth in my local market. And the days of, as you can see here, 17%, 19%, 11, 15%, almost 16%, those days, I believe, are over, at least for the near term. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm just telling you the truth. Average sales price in December, down 34.7%. And I'll just round that up, down 35%. So the sales price in December, year over year, is down 35%. So that's a big, big decrease. All right, let's keep going. Dollar volume, well, obviously that makes sense. If the average sales price is down, well, the dollar volume is going to be too. It's down 64%. Median percent of original list price received, down 3.5% to 95.2%. And if these homes were priced accurately, well, then that number would be 100%, but that's not the case. Median time to contract is increasing. It increased 84% to 35 days. Now, keep in mind, 35 days to contract is normal. Those are pre-pandemic numbers, right? So the days of getting under contract in hours or in days is, that's over. And now it's taking a little bit over a month. And in the past, in a less bullish market for sellers, you had to wait. It would take time. It would take 30, 60, 90 days to sell. And depending on what the inventory level is, it can take a hell of a lot longer. But that's where we're at right now, 35 days. And I suspect that number will continue to increase unless you price the home the right way and you happen to be in the right market with the right product. Time to sale, median time to sale increased 16, almost 17%, 77 days. Again, bear in mind, we're talking about Miami-Dade County single family homes in December. In January of 2023, these numbers are going to be different. New pending sales down 40.3%. So I'll round that down 40%, 708 pending sales in December of 2022 versus 1,186 in 2021. It's a big drop. New listings down 20%. Now, some of that may have to do with seasonality. Some people don't want to list their homes during the holiday season. It really is going to be a case-by-case basis, and that's what it is. It's down 20%, 914 new listings. Active listings up 6. Well, I started to, the broker lie ratio just came into effect there. It's 57.7%. I desperately want to say 60%. It's close enough. It's up to 4,043 homes for sale. Active listings. Month supply up 100%. 4 months of supply. Well, that's trending to a neutral and quickly accelerating into a buyer's market. And again, this is a overview of the county, Miami-Dade County. So keep in mind, this is going to be different depending on which hyperlocal market you're shopping in within the county. Closed sales by price. Well, this speaks for itself. And, as you can see, the year-over-year percentage change is down substantially across the board in almost every price point, with the exception of 100 to 149,000, or let's call it 150,000, which is up 300% with a whopping 4 sales, and then less than 50, there's 2. But for the most part, the price point in this county is going to be in this range here, which is down substantially. All right, time to contract. Million or more takes 47 days, up 57%, 56.7 to be exact. But as you can see, these 3 big price blocks are all up significantly. When I said 3, I didn't count right. But as you can see, it's taking longer to sell a home, period. New listings by initial price. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that, but as you can see, these brackets are increasing or decreasing, relative to price point, right? So million or more, 3.7% new listings, and everything else seems to be down. Current inventory by listing price. Lots of inventory, lots of inventory. And I've been saying that all along. Inventory, homes sitting on the market, the competition, there's a lot more of it relative to price point. You can see what it is. But again, this is going to be hyper locally dependent on which market you're shopping in. This one is a biggie, and this is one that I think needs to be debunked, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. And now, to be clear, I do know that as the pain of recession continues to worsen, as the economy gets worse, as the consumer feels more pain, as consumers, homeowners have to make hard decisions as to whether they want to feed their family or make their mortgage payment, they're going to be forced into having to make a decision. And in many instances, they'll sell because they've got equity. In some cases, they will choose to just not pay for their mortgage, and that will take a long period of time for them to be closed on or foreclosed on. But the foreclosure market at some point certainly will increase. The short sale market will certainly increase. But as of right now, there is almost, in spite of the fact it's up 22% year over year, short sales you can see are down significantly, but there's basically no foreclosures. There's basically no short sales. 11 and 3 is not, is negligible. It's almost non-existent. And that's it. Now, I hope you found this content valuable. Again, I do not serve or support the Miami-Dade market. I am partnered with lots of incredible agents that do service the market. So if this is an area that you want to be, I am happy to connect you with someone that we know, like, and trust. Let's do that. That can serve and support you at the highest level. And keep an eye out for my next series of videos that will be deep dives that will give you granular information about different areas within Florida. I've got Cape Coral, I've got Tampa, I've got Orlando, Kissimmee lined up to go next. So keep an eye out for that, and check out my next video, because I suspect you will love it a lot. And please subscribe to the channel. And I'm out. Peace.